Peace, world. How you doing? This is your brother Mikey Fever, NYP Tuesday night hip hop panel. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe.
Exactly.
Follow us on IG, Rumble, Facebook. What else? We got Facebook, we
Yow.
got YouTube. Don't forget the super chats. What up, Shawnee?
Johnny, what's
What
good,
up?
bro?
What up, Trav? What up, Jeezy?
No doubt. We can set the
Why
mood
you
right.
look so serious, Trav? What the fuck happened? What I did? It was a funeral or something. One of us passed. That's why
This is how we feeling right now. Remember this track right here?
I'm making sure my camera is steady.
Remember this? This is the mixtape days. Evening. I got X. Coldplay. Remember that?
Hey, yo, Mikey, you sure know how to dig in the crates, man.
Hell yeah.
I think
You should be a DJ, Mikey. Mikey should be a DJ.
Nah, I used to back then.
Oh,
Yeah!
nah, I ain't gonna lie. I can see that in you.
NYP!
Yeah.
Yeah!
That was the NYP mixtape, brother.
You know what I'm saying? NYP, man. We're up and coming. Rookies of the year. You get what
Hey,
I'm
yo,
saying?
shout out to Lithuania, yo.
Yeah, shout out to Lithuania. Shout out to my brother Ron Brown. Shout out to Clip. Shout out to Clip. Shout out to all the guests here. Peace to the viewers. We love and appreciate you guys, the listeners. Shawnee, what's good, Shawnee? What's going on? You gotta bring some of your music up here, Shawnee.
Man. Oh yeah, next Tuesday. I got you, man. You was good, man. You was good. You always was good, man. Me, I'm just catching up, man.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? I had I had a milestone moment in my life today.
Oh shit, what's going on, man? If you don't mind sharing.
I had a milestone moment. Nah, I would love to share. I went to my first parents teachers meeting today.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, bro. How was that?
You know,
I'm back.
ain't nothing like all right. So let me catch you up, Trev. I was telling Mikey I had a milestone moment in my life today. I went to my first parents teachers meeting with my child. At least I used to go to my niece joints.
Okay, stop. I got one on Friday. I got one. Yeah, I got one with my son on Friday, and then that parent teacher thing is different, y'all. It's different, man.
How old is your kid?
My son is 14. My daughter is 5. So I know exactly how you feeling because it's like, oh snap, I'm really an actual parent, and I got to be responsible.
Yeah, you gotta be responsible. Yo, you gotta be there. Your peace to awareness daily. We see you, baby.
Yo, that part didn't set in until you just said it. Like that wasn't even. I'm still geeking off of the report itself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's this moment in time where you can see the natural shine in our kids. You know what I'm saying? The things that they take to naturally. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And to have somebody else whose job it is to judge the progress of the youth, let you know, your child is exceeding. Right. It's a wonderful feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful feeling. So I sat there, my wife and I, and you know what I'm saying? My daughter's doing great in music, and my daughter's doing excellent in math, and my wife is excellent in math, and I do music. So we were able to sit there and look at one another and see, you know what I'm saying, like our influence on our love. That's, you know what I mean, running around. It was a wonderful.
Shout out to Black parents, man. Parents all
word up, man. Shout out to parents worldwide, man. Single parents doing it together, the whole thing, man. Love you all.
But let me say this: I think parent teacher is set up for kids to fail. Because we are 2 weeks away from Christmas. And some parents already started buying stuff, right? Yeah. So let's just say you get one of those reports where you know your kid hasn't been doing the best, or you think they're doing all right, and then the teacher says, your kid is the worst kid I've ever taught. Going to do this? Yeah. You know, whatever the anxiety levels a kid has going into that situation. And I know for me back in the days, it was many because I ain't get nothing.
Yeah, man, that was terrible.
No, it was terrifying. Yeah, it was terrible. It was a terrifying time of the year.
I had teachers that were tired of me. I was the most, like, I was humble, but in the back of the classroom, man, that's when the karate fight started. Y'all remember throwing the kicks and doing the wrestling moves, jumping off the table.
Oh yeah, we come from that time. Yeah. Perfect plexes and things of that nature.
Not doing that, you could risk injury or death, but we doing it.
Yeah, sharpshooters, Boston Crab, definitely half Nelsons, full Nelsons.
Word.
All of that. The domino stretch.
Yo, the DDT, busting the DDT.
Oh nah, you might get your melon crack with a good DDT during recess. I might be a trip to the hospital.
Not paying attention at all, man. Definitely, man. Yo, shout out to our brother Clip, man. Clip will come back next week, brother. Clip,
man. Oh yeah, Clip, man. Clip not feeling well, man. Yeah, Clip, man. Miss your energy, Clip, man. Hope you feeling good. Do them push-ups too, Clip, man. What you say? You say you ain't do them. Get up, roll up off that couch and do some push-ups, man. Sweat that out, man. What you doing? What you talking about?
Yeah, it's that season, man. I was 6. Yo, it's that season. It's that flu season, cold season. And yeah, remember the children they go into school, they be high-fiving, wiping their nose, and just throwing up a high five. Get you sick. You're like, damn, yo. You little
word up, send that right back home, man. Send that right back. Yeah, I'm going through that too, man. She in and out, you know what I'm saying? A little cough here, a little cough there. But you know what though? It's crazy because it's like raising these little ones, man. Is so many things you're gonna automatically go through. You start to get used to because it's ill. Because it's like Trev just said something that just blew my mind, right? Because I'm sitting here, I'm so high off the pride right now. And Trev just said something like, yo, Ron, what up, man?
What up, Ron?
I see Ron.
Trev just
Ron like a burly man with a beard.
Grizzly man. Did you want to go chop some trees? Want to go chop trees?
The bounty always gets his man. Yo. I'm saying Ron be out there with the hacksaw and all that.
Right. And the flannel. Don't forget the flannel.
The flannel. What's that right there?
What's that? We eating dates right now.
So. All right. See? Soon later he's gonna be like, I'm eating some venison. I got some deer.
Yeah, dates taste like old fitted hats, bro.
Wow.
Nah. Trev, though, you said it because it blew my mind, right? You said, what you said? You said, imagine going and your kid being the worst kid, right? Wow. Like, how do that feel? Like, how do you digest that? Like, hold on, especially if you deemed yourself doing your job, right? How do you digest that, yo?
See, I learned something valuable from my mother because she used to say, I'm not going to your school because I already know I already know what you're doing in school, how you're doing in school. Because when you come home, you don't do shit in here with your work. So I see it. You don't study, you don't and I'm like, wow, she really pays attention. So it's like, damn, now that I'm a parent, I really have to be like, I take a different stance when it comes to schooling anyway, but I still go, and it's just like, you're just wondering like, what kid is the bad kid? And then if they say something wrong, a lot of these teachers don't realize some of these parents is abusive. So if you say the wrong thing, ain't no telling what's going to happen in that household, especially around Christmas. I mean, for me, I know Christmas was rough for me because I know I was bad. I didn't get nothing, which was cool. I understand that now, but it was like, damn, if you told this to a parent who was abusive back in the days, ain't no telling what's going to happen in that household. So y'all think teachers really need to be more mindful of what they tell parents, especially a lot of parents who don't have the educational level, the comprehension skills to be like, oh, well, maybe I need to work on this with my kid when they hear it. But it's just a different type of time right now.
You know what's funny though? Like in my experience, sometimes you have to you can't be afraid to question the teachers though. Like you can't be afraid to question the authority, right? Like, because I had a moment in my life where I had my niece.
Mm-hmm.
and she was living with me. So I was taking her back and forth to school. She moved in with me. I'm taking her back and forth to school. So I'm mostly responsible for her. So I'm going to the parents teachers meetings. And it's like you said, sometimes it's a setup because teachers are coming with that aim, right? That, oh yeah, now I got you aim.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They'll come in with that aim, and then they'll start gunning for your child, right? And then you have to have enough presence of mind to remember when you was young and remember what it's like. And then remember, people can be people. Like, so there's a lot of knowledge that has to swim around in your mind as you sitting there trying to make that decision on what your next words are going to be.
Right.
So several times I just let the teacher talk, and sometimes they'll talk themselves into a hole, and then you can talk to both of them from a certain standpoint, and then you get results like that sometimes too. I've done that several times. I've even had to have talks with like principals and things of that nature about certain programs that they tried to set up. It's odd how involved you really have to become.
Yeah, because now
at a certain standpoint,
you have an understanding now because now you're a parent. But think about it. I think about it like this sometimes because before we get started. A lot of kids back in the days, you had some kids. We grew up poor. Some kids grew up poor, where you got to worry about what you're going to eat, how you're going to live, lights on, lights off. Abusive parent. Just that affects your day to day, especially as a kid. You're not able to concentrate. So I don't think teachers took in consideration the environment that we grew up in. Right. Nowadays, being teachers are younger and come from the ghetto, they kind of understand and are more, yes, I don't want to say compassionate because
but they do have a softer approach though.
Like they're more wary of how to approach certain parents because certain parents come in there with that ghetto shit. Some come in there like, all right, let's figure this out. But it's a learning process still. Yeah.
Yeah, some of these new parents be coming through with that junk in the trunk. I'm like, yeah, your son will pass. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Is there a father around?
Yo. Yo, you already know.
I want to be.
You already know this guy right here.
Said this code with free tutoring and all of that. You know what I'm saying? This comes with a lot of things. This comes with a lot of things.
Like I care about this little. I do care about him. You know what I'm saying?
I do care
about him. You know what I'm saying? But yo, what's going on with you? Do you really,
how things
how things in the house? Is there a figure around? He's not playing. Let's get down to business.
Yo, so check. Today's subject is? Did y'all go in? Oh, pause. Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did y'all get to Snoop?
I haven't checked out Snoop yet. I'm definitely going to be riding out with Snoop tomorrow on my journey to work and throughout the city.
The album, the album, was the album released?
No. So here's the thing. So the album wasn't released. However, it has like 4 tracks that you can listen to on Spotify. I heard it on Drink Champs. And man, it's a dope album. You know what I mean? The 4 tracks that I heard,
Missionary.
They were all hot, like real music, man. And I'm glad to hear that. You know what I mean? It made me put the drill music down for a second in the nationwide Rip Riders. It made me put that down for a second. It made me say, what the hell am I listening to this shit for?
Oh man, I got it right now. I'm gonna play when I get a chance.
That's definitely going to be on my playlist tomorrow as I move to the city.
Yeah, check it out. It's a dope album. And also, I'm noticing that Snoop is on different podcasts. He was on Nori. He was on It Is What It Is. Pardon me, y'all. I gotta get a snack in. Anyway, he was on It Is What It Is. And I don't know if y'all know, but he owns Death Row. I know that already.
Yeah, Death Row.
Yeah. He made that move.
Nah,
that's a real big move in hip hop. It's kind of like getting brushed like under the rug a little bit. it's being looked at as a real big power move, you know, but it's not being really cherished as the huge hip hop move that it really is. Like, because at some point in time, Snoop, I wouldn't like to say distances himself from the culture, but he's become so commercialized that he doesn't seem like he's that attached to the culture. But just because of his swag, you kind of allow the tether. You see the tether because of his swag, right? But you've seen him go into weird places where you was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Lion and Snoop Preacher. And, you know, we've seen him do some odd things. You know what I'm
Martha
saying?
Stewart.
Yeah, the Martha Stewart. Yeah, that was wild.
That was dope, though. You know?
It was super dope. That was like, you know, opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? That was mean. Like, but for him to say, nah, I'm getting death row, like, nah, this is what it is. I never forgot where I came. Like, that's the epitome of not forgetting where you came from.
But yo, let me say this though about Death Row. Death Row was a dope label. It was just mishandled. And I watched what was it I watched? And it showed that Death Row wasn't even owned by Harry O nor Suge Knight, because Suge Knight had Death Row under, what's the girl name? Michelle A. Because he was messing with her at one point. He had a whole bunch of nonsense going on with that label.
His ex-wife Sharitha Knight.
Yeah, something like that. He was just a bunch of nonsense going on. So now that Snoop got it and he's actually flourishing with the label, it's dope. It's better because, you know, it's authentic. You know, people gonna get paid. They ain't got to worry about none of that nonsense they was dealing with. So we gotta salute Snoop for that one. We gotta get it.
Definitely.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. You know, he hasn't gotten the flowers for that yet.
Suge dropped the ball on that, man. Suge really did. Suge messed up, man. Half a billion dollars, man. Come on, bro. How you let that go?
Yo, but it's a matter of what you're looking at, though, right? It's a matter of what you're looking at, like, and culturally, how you raise. If you culturally raise, like, I don't know, I want to say with like a gang mentality, and you've seen things being successful like that, and that's how you run it, then that may be your goal, to run things successfully through a gang mentality and not necessarily to run things for financial growth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he definitely dropped the ball over there. Like that was just, it was amazing, in all honesty, to get the amount of focus that came out of that camp. When you really think about the things that were going on in there.
Yo,
how did anybody say, yo, I'm gonna make, how Michelle A, speaking of Michelle A, how she singing Something in My Heart in one studio, and in 3 studios over, somebody getting beat and pissed on? Like, how does that, like, how do you, like, what kind of vibe is this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody's getting right. Somebody getting right hooked. It's crazy.
No, but
damn, yo.
She was with when she was doing Something in My Heart, she was with NWA at the time. She was with E. That's
Easy.
what she was down with Eazy-E and what's that? Ruthless
Records.
Yeah. She was a part of Ruthless at that time when she did Something in My Heart, because I think she was dealing with Dre, and that was prior to way before Death Row, because it was Tupac was still on Interscope with Digital Underground. He was
Nah.
Do the math.
I don't think so, bro. Like, nah, I don't think Something in My Heart came out that long ago. When
came out 91, 92.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, 91, 92.
He wasn't on
he was Digital Underground. Pop was Death Row 95.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not saying that he was Death Row at the time, but I didn't think he was Digital Underground at that time.
Yeah,
wow.
He was doing the thug life thing / Digital Underground.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he was doing the thug life thing.
Wow.
A few years before that song particularly.
Yeah, man.
I know that for a fact.
But you know what always got me? You see how Ron came on earlier and said Rip Riders? When that album came out, Gang Banging on Wax with Damu Ride, Rip Riders and all that, I don't know why Suge didn't reach out and pick these dudes up, man, because that was a dope album, Banging on Wax.
Because it was too much politics, bro.
Yeah, that Paru Love was a banger, bro. Yo, listen to Paru Love, people. You're going to be in your car like this, just riding. Yo, that Paru Love is tough, bro.
Yeah,
says too much politics.
Yeah, it was too much politics. You like as you. Well, I don't know if y'all brothers know, but as far as like the gang politics is real funny.
But he had Bloods and Crips at Death Row though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You could be Bloods and Crip, but you could be Blood and be added with other Blood sets.
Yeah.
And then Crip and be added with other Crip sets, and then be Crip going at it with a Blood set. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's not tripping. Because Nipsey, Game said he went through that with Nipsey when he took Nipsey on tour. He said he got involved in so many fights because they're like, yo, why you taking him on tour for? He haven't opened up for you. He's a Crip and you're a Blood, and it's crazy.
Craziest thing to me, you in the gang, but you could beef with your own gang and beef with the opposite gang. So just
make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Like, let's just all fight and get it over with. One good fight.
Hey, yo, now for nothing, you will get paid. Like, yo, you know what, yo? I was with I was at work the other day. I have a coworker who's a young woman, and she was watching. I didn't even know this was a thing. It was just like a show with girls, and they just fight. Like they just
Bad Girls Club.
Just run the fade. Yeah, they just this woman, she ran like 4 fades back to back, like with 4 different women. Just I'm like, geez, Lord.
Oh, they do.
Jeez, yo.
And they be having weird old men on that show, tempting them, like cheering them on.
Weird old man to be on that show and be egging women on to get violent. You gotta be some kind of a weirdo.
That's the Zeus Network, right? That got baddies, right?
Yeah, I believe so. The Zeus Network.
Yeah,
I think it's called Now That's TV. I think that's the name of whatever she was watching. I think it's called Now That's TV. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just wild. It's like, y'all ain't got the gangbang. Y'all could just run a camera and just fight and get money and notoriety like that. Save some lives, yo.
Yo, now I want to finish off with the Snoop subject. So like, I don't know if y'all paying attention, but so we to go back to Death Row. So how he acquired Death Row was by someone informing him, letting him know, hey, Death Row is up for sale, and they said you're the only person that I'm gonna sell it to. So it was like, it was sense.
They gave it to him basically.
Yeah, basically.
Because Dre got Aftermath. Snoop, Death Row was making noise already with, Dr. Dre Chronic, but Snoop captured the audience more with his charisma and his style. So they're like, yeah, well, why not give it to Death Row? Why not give Death Row to him? Because Death Row got sold to so many different subsidiaries from Interscope. And it went to E1 at one point.
Yeah.
And then like, it's just crazy. It went from a $500 million corporation to, at one point, they sold it for like $7 million, I believe. I could be wrong. It's just crazy, man. So it makes sense for Snoop because a lot of artists, as Trev said earlier, were not getting paid. Like, from the 90s till now, a lot of people were not paid from Death Row.
Right.
That's nasty work, yo.
Yeah, especially when he got locked up. Like that last time, and they went back to do the I guess the stipulations of the label. Yeah, assets. Death Row wasn't worth nothing. Like you really couldn't get a dime out of them.
Yep. It's crazy.
Person that was probably got paid because Pac really didn't get paid no money. He was getting paid with a lot of material shit, cars.
Yeah, cars.
I think Daz had to sue, and Daz caught $25 million off of that way before that. So yeah, Daz caught $25 million. I don't know. I doubt he still got that money, but that was the only person I know that really got paid. Probably Snoop. Dre, I'm not sure about that because Dre was
he left everything on the table.
Yeah, he was on something like, I'm just starting my own thing because this y'all bugging out in here. Like a lot of that was true in the movie, but yeah, Death Row, where it's at now is great because I think Snoop is he's focused on hip hop, but I think he's starting with the with what's the shit with R&B.
October London. That dude is nice, bro.
That dude is mean.
Yo, sound like Marvin Gaye, yo.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he sound October London is that dude. My mom's put me on him. They're like, yo, you gotta listen to this dude. It sounds just like Marvin. So
And the East Side were supposed to be on Death Row. Trady was telling a story. Because remember, they were on stage with Pac. They were on the gang-related soundtrack as well. But they were with Snoop Dogg's LBC thing. But for some reason, because of the whole contractual agreement with Death Row and Snoop, they couldn't get on. Like Suge was basically trying to sign these guys behind Snoop's back, just like he was doing with the Outlaws at one point, without Pac's approval.
Shit, Suge tried to sign the Locks.
Yeah, I remember. And Crack Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And he said at one point he wanted to get Biggie. That would have been crazy.
That'd have been wild.
Yo, I cannot fathom the idea of a Craig Mack Death Row album. I don't even know where that begins. Like, where does that? Well, where do we start with that? Like, where does that begin? Where does that go? I don't even understand that concept right there.
Remember, Hammer was on Death Row. MC Hammer.
But that's Hammer. No, but that's Hammer though. Like, hold on. Hammer run with real gangsters. That's Hammer. Yeah, like that's different.
He's Oakland. He's East Oakland. He's E40. He's Too Short. He's the Bay.
Yeah.
Yo, but beside that though, like and just in real life, like his brother tied in, so he's super tied in. So I could see, like, you know, MC Hammer being over there and still doing his too legit to quit thing, and everybody still saying it's alright. But I just don't see like how a Craig Mack song would go under Death Row, produced by Dr. Dre. What?
Yeah. But real quick, I want to go more with the Snoop thing, because I want to discuss this. Not only does he have Death Row, but do you know he has a football league that sends I think he said 40 people
to college
to the league every year, something like some crazy ass number.
He does, because Snoop always talk about that. Snoop is a household name and entrepreneur. He has a lot of great business ventures. Like he also has, like, I don't know, if a commercial, I believe it was like a coffee pot or some kind of appliance that he's involved in. Like Snoop has so many different endorsements. Like the league that he has, it picks up children from ages, like, I believe, like 8 to 12. Mm-hmm. And from there, you know, they coach them along through high school, and then they go to the league. He also has a cousin, I know it's all over the place, that's in wrestling, WWE. So Snoop is tied into everything. He has reach.
Yes,
he's also a football player himself, though, right? Like
yeah, I know about
plays football.
Snoop Loops cereal.
Yeah,
Master P put him on.
Yeah,
but that's the master of bootlegging. Right. China learned how to bootleg from Master P. Like, man, he's the master of that. Joe, it's probably where he got that name from.
Look out, because NYP might have some cereal on the way, man.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Now,
eat with the gods cereal. 7 vitamins.
What the 7s?
Yeah. 7 vitamins, 120. Can you imagine that, right? 120 vitamins, 7 servings. Yeah.
You wildin'. Yo. So now I want to go into Drink Champs. Now, Drink Champs has Snoop up there with Dre. Dre seems like a shy dude, man.
That's a fact. It's maturity too, Ron. I think he's past all that, because the questions Nori. Shout out to Nori and Drink Champs, but I think sometimes Nori questions be just like left field, and I think with how Dre so used to being in those real corporate rooms, those business meetings and board meetings. Yeah. He doesn't know how to engage in that, you know, dudes talking in a barbershop talk. He's not. I think he surpassed that. You could tell.
You know? Also, that type of energy is the energy that he kind of got away from at Death Row anyway. Like that's the same kind of energy that he escaped. So he might have been just feeling so mentally and spiritually above that, even that kind of a conversation that it could have been there too. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of energy was getting him in trouble.
Exactly. You perfectly said, Shawnee, because, you know, when Nori asked him a question, so how did it feel to work with Nas and AZ? You know, they from the East Coast and you're from. He's like, I don't even look at that shit. He's like, I look at the music. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell his mind, as you said. Dre's just focused. What do you think he's making these big moves, man? He's focused.
But when it comes to like, see, Dre is a music person, and we all come from the East Coast West Coast thing, right? That was a big thing in hip hop when Pac and Biggie was. Pac is West Coast, Big is East Coast. He's the king, da da da. When you really just like, yo, I just want to do music, because around that time it was a lot of money. It didn't make no sense to even think about East Coast, West Coast. You know what I mean? And also, you got to remember, Dre just took a big hit with his divorce. He took a big hit because he still got to pay homegirl allegedly until she finds a new husband. So
what?
Bring back the spirit of OJ.
What type of stipulation is that? You gotta pay me while I'm to be single? That's wild.
Bring back the spirit of OJ.
Right, but he financed lifestyle for her, and they was together for a long time, like 10 plus years. So in 10 plus years, okay, let's check this out. 10 plus years, you went from NWA, you met her during NWA, right? So she was with you during Aftermath. So during Aftermath, you done met Eminem, who you could put out one song right now for Eminem and it'll go through the roof. After Eminem, then you bump into, you get 50 Cent, right? So she's going all of those eras with him. And then after 50 Cent, you do Beats. You become the first billionaire. You do Beats. Get the Beats headphones. She's still with Homeboy, right? That lifestyle just continues to go up. Like, who's going to finance that but him? So I don't know what lawyer she had to say, listen, I want to continue my lifestyle, and he must maintain it.
Can I ask a question? And I'm not being chauvinistic. I don't want nobody to be like he's being misogynist or anything. What did she bring to the table? Because they like to talk about that, right? If he went out there and got all that, yeah, she may have supported him morally and everything else. But if we get down to numbers,
she adored a lot, bro.
Oh yeah, he probably was doing a lot of cheating.
Yep.
And also,
Drake,
he was abusive at one point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we
don't know if he was dealing with that as well. You know what I'm saying?
But what happened to the lump sum payoff? Like,
yeah, I just pay off
for that. Like Bezos, Bezos gave that woman all that bread. He ain't got to think about her no more. Like,
yeah, how
what
about
happened to
leave
that
me alone? Just go your way.
Yeah, what happened to that? I thought you wanted to break out.
No, she
if you want to continue to, well, I'm just saying, like, I get it. Like, I'm not trying to say you should stay for the lifestyle. I'm not saying that, but I am like, what do you mean I gotta pay you until you find another husband? Like, or like, no, what happened to you take this part and you go and you build your life and that be that? What happened to that?
All the day.
No, but that's what that's what she got. That's what is on the table for her. And he's been divorced now for a few years. And I haven't heard nothing of her getting with nobody, dating nobody, or even looking to marry anybody. So
you ain't.
She's sleeping with the money.
Yeah.
Or somebody, how you say, because if the stipulation is just marriage, then oh my God, like that just leaves the door open. Like
this is why dudes are scared to get married. A lot of dudes like, they don't want to do it.
Work, yo.
That's why 50 be like, yo, I'm not getting married at all. He said I had no problem with it, but he's like,
this is all alleged. I don't know if that particular part of the divorce is true, but that's what is said. That is what's heard, that he has to finance her lifestyle as she's been getting financed since they've been together.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn.
So now I want to go into it is what it. Okay, I'm not finished unpacking that Drink Champs shit. Did y'all see the Drink Champs joint?
I watched it a bit.
Oh, what you think about it?
I think it was a big move from Nori to have a big guest like Dre on, because he already had Snoop on there, so it's an honor for him. But I think Nori was just being Nori and not knocking his interviewing skills, because Nori, he's a character. He likes to bring amusement, but I think he should have came with some. It should have been more formatted correctly. A guest like Dre.
Nori is on camera very immature.
Yeah.
That's what EFN is for, though. That's why EFN is the balance.
Yeah, because I'm gonna start doing my thing too. Put my drinks right here. You know what I'm saying? Just start, because that's what Ron is saying, because he like to take shots a lot and just talk. But I think he should let people speak, and he should ask, like, a show should be properly mapped out before he got on camera.
And I ain't gonna lie, yo, if he was gonna bring up that East and West Coast thing like that,
he loves bringing that up, bro.
I want to say this.
Hold on, real quick. Especially seeing that, he was a big part of that.
Yeah, he don't want to talk about it.
He don't want to talk about that though. Like guaranteed. At the time, we was happy that seeing them born first. Don't twist it. Like, nobody was standing up. Like they took that personal. They said what they had to say. But you can't ask questions like, well, how did it feel to work on some East Coast? You can't ask a question like that when you was clearly a part of the disturbance that went on between the coasts. You helped spark that fire. In all actuality, we was in New York. We could have ignored that. Like, we could have, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have not got, especially at that time, right? Because at that time, you can get banned from the radio. Like, you can get banned from the radio station. Your music could get banned. And it was so much of a cultural thing that if we as a city would have decided ain't nobody listening to that, they would have stopped playing that here in New York point blank. But but that's a retrospect.
But that's where
before you go, Trav, real quick, I just want to say this too, right? I'm tired. This is another reason why I wanted to do this podcast. I'm tired of the same questions. Like, yo, how many times you gonna ask about Tupac, Biggie, East Coast and West Coast? Like, there other eras after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, of course, Dr. Dre and Snoop is there, but like, I want to know other stuff about Dre. Like, but before you got into NWA and you were wearing the lipstick and all that, them weird suits and shit like that. What was that about? How did that come about? What did you do before that? Yeah. What kind of equipment did you use back then? Were you a DJ? If you were a DJ, what kind of turntables did you use? Did you scratch? Like, what made you start sampling what you call that dude?
George Clinton.
And trying to get that zap sound. What made you get into all of that? And would you consider yourself the West Coast sound? Like, when you hear a Dre beat,
the G Funk.
I don't think I hear what you're saying, Ron. When you think of LA, right? LA is such a cool, like, laid back. Outside of the gang culture, LA is really laid back. Like, if you think about it, if you let's just go with regular people. Let's go with working people who live in LA. Everything is about meetings around lunch, sunshine, the beach, thongs. You look at To Live and Die in LA video. You know what I'm saying? LA. So when you talking about Dre is, to me, he's an icon. He's a legend for LA. And you're right. During his tenure coming up, he did have on the doctor outfits. And
remember his rap style?
I don't
call
know.
me Dr. Dre. It's
you know what I'm saying? But when you just think about LA is cool. LA is cool. And then, to me, LA is like a Gemini. You got your cool side, and then you got the riot side. And LA is the state that's known to riot. They known to get busy. They're gonna kick some shit and they're gonna burn some shit down. Pardon my language, but LA is that. You definitely have your Gemini when it comes to LA. And when you think about Dre is definitely LA. You got the cool, look at it like this. Snoop is that cool, smooth, George Clinton funk. We're gonna get high as the peace, and we're gonna chill. And then you got Tupac, who's got everything in his system, from living in different states, coming from New York, and then you're gonna put him over here in the Sunshine State with all these women. It's 70 degrees in the wintertime. This man's walking around with slacks and a wife beater on. You know, he's just having. He brings out that side, the dangerous side, the realistic side. Snoop brings out the sunshine. We're gonna have a good day. We're gonna drink, but we also want to gangbang.
Be prepared.
But like, you got sunshine, you got palm trees, you got nice women, you got Pirus, Crips. We all gangbanging, but hopefully make it into tomorrow. And then here comes Ice Cube. Today was a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of Drake, and you see him, he's everything that represents LA, even with all costume that he did, because he went from the doctor's suits to the Raiders hat, and so you gotta look at it all like that. So yeah, I would ask him, yo, what's up? What happened during the East Coast, West Coast? Because it's two different vibes. You gotta dealt with it like internally on every level. This is Dre we talking about. He done it on every level.
Yeah.
But my point, Trev, is that they ask the same East Coast or West Coast questions all the time with everybody. I'm saying, let's ask some new questions. You know what I'm saying? Let's ask some new questions. Let's ask about Dre's early part of his life. Let's ask about how when he met Jimmy Iovine. How tight are you guys? You and Jimmy Iovine. What do you guys do together? Y'all play golf? What is like?
Yeah, what gave you the idea to create? What made you create Beast? What gave you the idea? What sparked the idea?
Like different questions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like how was it? Because I wonder this, right? When you build up something like Death Row, when you're a part of it, when your name is attached to it, at least, and you made a decision that it's time to move on, how does it feel when you have to start from scratch? And yeah, because now you have to build the competitor, like and you have to start all the way from zero. All that work that you put in, all that, and it's not even like a thing where you like, now I'm gonna go get my music. No, you're not. No, you not. Unless you want to end up upside down on a balcony or something like that. You ain't built like that, right? My office hours are from 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that.
But you forgot Dr. Dre had an album. Pardon me. That flop. The first album he had on Aftermath.
Been there, done that. And
they don't speak about that album.
That's crazy because he literally was like Shawnee said, was starting from scratch. And he tried to start from scratch with himself, knowing he's not really a rapper.
Yeah.
And what happened, he's got so lucky with finding Eminem and said, I don't have to rap. I don't have to breathe on the record. I got this white boy who's killing shit.
Yo, and Clip said, hold on. Clip said that Dre album went platinum.
It probably did.
The Been There, Done That.
But Eminem's album probably went diamond. So why am I rapping? And I got this dude right here who has a cult following from day one.
Nah, he had a cult following from day one. They built that following, yo. Because like when you think about that, when you think about the Rap Olympics and all of those things that M had to go through in Detroit to start build, he didn't receive a lot of love from the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So like they built that from Hi, My Name Is. Because I remember waiting for that to come on Video Music Box Show. I remember that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But what I'm saying is once Hi, My Name Is came out, it took, it was like, first of all, who is this white boy? Why does he rap like that? How like that? And what and it's like Dre, where did you find this? How does this happen? Because hip hop was really just black. And then you just throw a little, cream in your coffee, and it's like, yo, who is this dude? Pause. But when Hi, My Name Is came out, and the video was like crazy, and you say you're pushing the limit, you pushing the envelope. Everybody was scared at that point. Because
lyrically he pushed the envelope on that joint. Great. Like when you heard the clean version and was like, oh, now this is mean with the higher kids. You like violence off the rip. He just addressed your children with violence. Like that was just different. And then when you hear the other lyrics in the next verse that's more closer toward the end, and you hear how diabolical it is unedited, and you like, wow, like, because at that time we had never heard that. It was so against the culture, like, right, like it, like he indulged in drug use. He didn't love his mama like that. He did cherish his mom, and that just was just so anti everything that hip hop got stood for. But it was so attractive because of, like Trev said, it was a sprinkle of something totally different from what we was used to, yo.
But crazy, not to go off topic, but before we had Eminem, we had cannabis, and we didn't show him no love like that.
No, but Travis said a sprinkle of the white cream, the cream.
Yeah. Cannot not no Slim Shady.
Yo, but real quick, I want to move on to It Is What It Is. What do you think about that platform, man? I'm mentioning these platforms because they had Snoop on there. To be honest with you, I just love.
I think you want to move to LA, Ron. I think you really want to
trying to move the show.
Yo, much West Coast music.
Trying to move the show.
Yo, I have been listening to a lot of West Coast music, though. I ain't gonna lie.
We're gonna have welcome to LAP.
Yeah.
LA perspective.
Yo, back to It Is What It Is, though. I just like the last Drink Champs interview with Dr. Dre and Snoop, not only because it was Dr. Dre and Snoop, but they were on a stage. It was live. I mean, not live. It was on stage. It was a crowd. It was like an audience. You had Big Boy in the front. You had some stars in there. It was a great show. And then Is What It Is. I'm loving what Cam and Mace is doing over there. They just had 50 Cent over there. They had also they had Snoop and 50 Cent. They had Snoop and 50 Cent. And you saw say that.
Was Mace on that episode? Because I
didn't see Mace.
Mace wasn't on the 50 Cent episode.
All right, I just want to
personal they got going on still over the Mace on G Unit thing.
I was thinking that myself because I was just why I asked, because I didn't see the whole thing. I just want to know if Mace was there though. But go ahead.
He wasn't there. Now that I just love what Cam and Mace is doing. I'm not a sports guy. I'm not really into sports like that. I like to play sports. I'm just not into watching. And they make me want to watch the show. I like the concept. I like the suits. They took it back to old Harlem with the suits on. I really respect that. They look good. Pause. You know what I mean? They're approaching 50 and they still look young. They're doing a good job by bringing other stars up there, other people who are good at commentating on different sports.
Or Irvin.
That baby, she's 23 years old.
Really?
She's starting out her life on a real high note, man. You got to respect her, and she's doing a great job with that show. Yeah,
I'm gonna say what Cam said. Look at me, nigga. I got that glow like Bruce Leroy. Look at me.
Yeah. Take care of himself, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, not for nothing, right? Like, I think about it, like, talk about Mount Rushmores and things of that nature. I don't really go for Mount Rushmores. I go for like my Fisher Price rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's Nas. Nas is my Fisher Price rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's my first. You know what I'm saying? My most influential.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite rappers though is Cameron and 50 Cent. Those is my favorite rappers, bro. Like when you talk about using your smarts to get through, you have to mention them. When you talk about men who didn't care, like, yo, you know how many people were scared to death to go after Jay-Z? Scared to death. Scared.
Cam broke the internet in 2006 when he did his whole.
That's what I'm trying to say. Cam said, and I'm gonna pay for it too. He said, I'm gonna pay for it, and I'm gonna stun on it. It was like he got fined $100,000 just for mentioning it. And he did it 3 times in the song.
150 pounds. Wow, that's half a mil.
Yeah, like come on, that's like come on, and then let's talk about other things too. Let's talk about those KFC, what's the Taco Bell, what's the other one, Baskin Robbins stores. You know those 3-in-1 stores that was coming out all over Harlem. Yeah, you remember those when they first? Ken was behind that. Yeah, I know Ken was behind that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts too. Yeah, he was.
And Dunkin' Donuts, yeah. Ken was behind that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
See, so this is what I'm talking about. When I say, yo, that he's like hands down between him and 50 is steep with me. Cause like Cam more, because like Cam closer. Like I've seen Cam's effect, like just on the everyday person. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Cam play the Wiz and say the color is pink, yo. That's what I seen Cam do. I seen Cam say the color is pink, and then I seen men come outside with dirty pink shirts on and dirty pink flags just because that was the only pink they had, bro. They white t-shirt, you heard? They white t-shirt that they sleep in, but that was the only pink joint that was in the house, but they was in it, yo.
But let me say,
you know what I'm saying? That's hella influence, yo.
Before we go, hold on, Trev. Hold on. I forgot we're supposed to be doing this. Oh, don't forget Snapchat, Super Chat, like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, if you look into the bio on the YouTube, you'll see you can donate to our Buzzsprout channel. You can go to our Rumble channel. We're on Rumble as well. Don't forget that. Every 15 minutes, I'm gonna mention that.
Definitely. I did that in the beginning of the show too. So yeah,
we forgot.
He was on it.
Super Chat.
He was on it. He was on it. Mikey was on it.
Shawnee, I got one more for you, Shawnee.
But Trev, something. Trev.
Oh yeah, Trev. Go ahead.
I want to say this about the whole pink thing, because I don't credit Cam for being the first. I credit Cam for being the first rapper to wear pink. But where I'm from, there was a dude who was wearing pink way before Cam. Rest in peace to my man Dobbs, because he was in the Bronx wearing pink, and when he would go to the Rucker wearing pink. Next thing we know, Cam was wearing pink. I'm just gonna put it out there that I saw it first in the Bronx. Cam nationalized the whole pink thing, especially when he did it with the Range Rover, and he was more famous than my man was, so it looked like he did it first. But I'm gonna just give credit to my man Dobbs, rest in peace. He did the pink way before Cam did. Go ahead.
No, that's all love. That's all love. But the fact that he put it on him, and then the fact that he painted the Range Rover pink. Like, you know what that means? You know what that means? A lot of people don't understand. That means I'm safe in Harlem. That's what that means. I'm safe in Harlem. I drive this pink thing around, bro. I'm safe and I park this anywhere I want. And I don't care if you know I'm here, yo. I don't care. I'm safe. Everybody love me. I'm good. Yo, you know what I did for Harlem? You want to talk about Dipset? You want to talk about all, you know what I mean? Lives he's saved with Dipset, yo. Like for real, yo. You know what I mean? Opportunities he gave people with Dipset. True opportunities to get up out the ghetto, to change your life, because he mess with rough and tough people. A real opportunity for you to rough and tough in a different situation. Yo, Cam was presenting it. Yo, when they told Cam we don't want nothing to do with you no more, and Freaky had to find that $10,000 check underneath the car, and then Cam all of a sudden started telling you, yeah, I used to get it in Ohio, yo. Remember, like, come on, man. The man life is right in your face, and it's respectable from bar to bar, from breath to breath, from step to motherfucking step, yo. It's so like that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where my respect level for Cam is just tremendous. I seen Cam play in my park in the battlegrounds. Like he's tangible without being touched. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of respect for Cam.
Shawnee's a real fan. I got a bar for you, Shawnee. For all y'all was up at the Up and Smoke tour, I was uptown, Gax out, up in Coke Wars. If I know that Cam freestyle, I'm taking y'all back to 92,000.
Yo, but speaking of Cam and his Cam just being so Harlem, he He don't give a damn. He's gonna step to Jay-Z. He's gonna step to 50. He don't care. So to take him, let's take him to Jay-Z allegations. What do y'all think about them Jay-Z allegations?
Crazy.
I think that's nasty word.
Crazy. I say crazy because they saying this occurred 20 years ago, right? And it sounds like, the person is remembering saying that they mentioned his name in the Diddy's allegation, the Diddy case. And the way Jay-Z responded was very commendable. I like that. He said, you know what, if you feel like I did something, let's take it to court to prove my innocence. Like, he didn't back down and go into a corner and say my lawyer said I can't speak. He's actually addressing it. So I commend him for that. But now, it must be terrible to feel that way, to be accused of something like that. So heinous, man. That's sick, man. And he said that he had mentioned to his children as well. That has to be a tough conversation.
I want to go back to when Ron. I mean, what Ron said about Cam and Mace and 50 on. It is what it is. 50's words were that comment was a little lawyerish, which is cool, because you got to speak to your lawyers. Now, I'm gonna say this: I don't put nothing past nobody, because I don't know what a person does behind closed doors.
That's a fact.
I can tell you what a person did 20 years ago, and even though the girl said she was 13 allegedly, okay, cool, but a lot of times we look at that the grape word. I'm not gonna say the R word. We're gonna put grape on it.
TikTok language.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. When we look at the grape word, we imagine it being heinous for, like, you walking down a dark alley, getting hit up upside your head, waking up, shit like that. We don't look at the grape word as you at a party, you just chilling, but these drinks is a little hard, and then you wake up with feeling, not knowing what went on. That can happen. And like I said, I'm not putting nothing past nobody, because a lot of these celebrities that we want to put on pedestals, they got a lot of hidden agendas. And a lot of these celebrities can't take rejection. So sometimes they got to go the extra route to do what they got to do when they want what they want sometimes. Hopefully this is not the situation. He comes out of it. But it's sad that, because of his celebrity status, we're going to look at the homegirl like, yo, he couldn't have did that, because I'm not looking at it like that no more. I like Jay to the death, but I ain't putting nothing past nobody. So what? You got a mother, you got sisters, you got aunts. There's dudes out there who got all of that and still going, wow. No, it's not.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, because it's like then you gotta listen. You gotta think about what Dame was saying about the Aaliyah thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts to there are other stories that so the celebrity might have allowed you to ignore. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that person wasn't around any longer to speak on the matter, so you only hearing one side. But then it's like when you hear who said it, now you have to really think, yo, because that man was around for a lot of things. And if that man said, yo, he did that to Aaliyah, and now other allegations are coming out, you're gonna have to put your thinking cap on. You're gonna have to take your blinders off and put your thinking cap on. And as sad as it is to think, because that's like so many of the moguls is just like falling apart.
Got problems with their hands. They can't keep their hands in their pockets.
And got problems with their sense of power and things of that nature as well. A sense of control over other people.
Let's just say your daughter, your niece at 13. Well, mind you, she says she's 13. She's at MTV Awards. Granted, you got to look at her. How are you even here? Period. But if your daughter, your niece, your sister, mom said such and such raped me at this age, you literally have to look and stop everything and say, hold up. Because that's a serious allegation. You just can't push that on the back burner.
Probably was some money involved at the time. Some fear tactics pushed it. You know what I'm saying? If this is what it is, like, you know what I'm saying?
If you look at 2004, Jay-Z was at the height. Like anything he put out, it went platinum, diamond. It was just he was just
no. It was 2000. It wasn't 2004.
What?
2004 is 50 time.
If you look at 2000, that was around what's that? Hard Knock Life tour.
Not Life, Dynasty album.
Exactly.
I just love it. Yeah.
It was just so much going on. If she would have said that then, it would have looked like, nah, you bugging, shorty. Why you 13 at MTV Award? Who is this John? You know what I'm saying?
Pee Wee Herman.
But now you gotta look at it from a different perspective because it's a lot of nastiness that goes on in the industry. I don't care who you are. You got the Jeffrey Epsteins. They all hung out with Trump. You know what I mean? They all hung out with him, and he was grabbing pussies in the locker room and all that. You know, so all that plays a part. And when you really break it down, Beyonce is like what, 10 years younger than Homeboy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you gotta look at that too. Like, hold on, they was dating when she was 17. He already in the street wild, and he was what, Reasonable Doubt. He was 25, still hustling. Then you get with Beyonce, you damn near going into your 40s messing with homegirl. She 20. You gotta really look. Like, I'm not saying homegirl telling the truth, but she's lying, but you just gotta start just really looking at it. And money.
I think older men like younger women. Sorry about that.
That's true. But still, it ain't no reason to be ODing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason to be out here graping. No, it's not straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. So now, to take it to the last person is Andrew Shultz in the comment that he made about, I think. Who wants to take that?
What did he say?
Can I take this one?
You ain't hear what he said?
I heard what he said. Let me say this. I'm starting to look at things. I'm looking at both sides of the coin here. I'm really looking at both sides of the coin here, and I'm not saying I'm on his side because he does say something. I don't really pay attention to Shultz, right? I don't pay attention to him. I'm starting to look at Charlemagne funny. I look at it. Let me say this. I look at any black person funny who really supports and pushes the white agenda. I feel like it's a lot of what's that? Remember Samuel Jackson and Django? There's a lot of that shit going on, right? I feel like, you know, we can't have songs like "Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks" and then say, "Well, this white boy can't talk about this," and we gotta protect them first.
That's a fact. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Meek need to shut up. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay. You got to stop paying attention to certain people because you give them a light. And I felt like that line that Kendrick said, I'm not necessarily sure that was about Andrew, because Gary Owens also had a black wife with, you know, vanilla looking babies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure. I just feel like they pushed it and Andrew Schultz took the hit and he's just flying with it. Because who's really going to an Andrew Schultz show? And no, I don't think nobody's really watching Brilliant Idiots. Me?
Yeah. So.
If Clip was here, I'm pretty sure Clip would say, F the rich crackers.
Yeah. Clip would have let off.
We speaking for you, Clip. You hear his spirit, Daddy-o.
The rich crackers, you can't really worry about the rich crackers. But if you're gonna be black and protect blackness, you gotta start with yourself first, B, because we be calling women bitches and going crazy on our own. And then say something, it's like, no, don't say that.
But you know what though, Trev? To rebuttal that, right? I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's more like a family thing, right? So it's like like I could be like let's say if I like us right here, right? Like one of y'all will do some shit I may not like or whatever, and then we arguing about it. But then if somebody else come in and try to attack y'all, I'm on their ass. Pause. So that's kind of the same kind of scenario. You know what I'm saying? It's like what we do in house as a people is different. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody could come from outside of us and disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So I think
respect neither though. On the real, like if you think about it like that, we the true and living, so we shouldn't even be talking crazy about our own. You know what I'm saying? And they only, and it's like they only come in and chime in when they see us doing it. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Murder Mook, he had a podcast and some years back, right? And the N word is a thing, is a topic. Murder Mook from Harlem told his white co-host, "Yo, you can say the word nigga. It's okay." And this is where we at. If we don't have the wherewithal to say, "Yo, nah, we ain't gonna do it. Y'all can't do it." But as long as they see us doing it, they're gonna always pull that card. Yo, but y'all say nigga all the time. Y'all call them bitches all the time. Like, let me do it too. And it's a free country, and I got freedom of speech. So what's the difference? That's how we gotta start looking at shit sometimes. That's just how I feel.
What y'all think about it? What y'all think?
Hey, Ron, but we gotta start looking at ourselves too. They can't when they do some, when the cops shoot us, oh, let's march, let's pray. But my man over here, yo, you could kill homeboy, shoot up the project, hit a little girl. Ain't nobody marching, ain't nobody.
I agree. It's a double-edged sword because we gotta if we looking for respect from the outside, we have to have respect from within.
Exactly.
But there's a difference there though. Nah, but no, because here's a kicker with that, right? Because we don't all do that.
Right.
We don't do that by nature or by definition. So if you choose to follow the few that do that, then that's your choice. So I'm not gonna jack y'all do it so I could do it too. No, well, jack the ones who don't do it. How about that? You get what I'm saying? Jack the ones who don't do it. You trying to be slick.
Yeah.
You understand? You trying to be slick. Like you always trying to find these ways to play this chess game to take more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of those things right there. Well, if y'all do it, we could do it too. Well, what percentage of us are you looking at? You're not talking about all of us.
Right? All of us.
You couldn't possibly be talking about all of us, right? So then what are you actually saying? It's still your choice. Like, what are you saying? Don't put the words that come out of your mouth on me.
Because if they do that, they're not gonna make potatoes with raisins in the potato salad. And how would you feel if I did that?
Right. And then at the at the end of the day, it's like how I have to see how you address females and all in totality. It's a lot to these situations. You know what I'm saying? That like that the clip of a time doesn't allow you to really analyze it thoroughly. But for you to tell me, well, you do it or y'all do it so I could do it. Well, all right. Well, what happens when I point out a majority of us don't address women like that? What happens? What happens then? What happens when I point out a majority of us are actually gentlemen and follow the code? I know a bunch of us like that.
You got I like that. But I like that point. It's just what the outsiders and what we see and what the outsiders see. They see a lot of the 85ers being promoted, and a lot of the 85ers be doing the dumb shit. That's why you see Zeus, you see chicks shooting the fade for no reason, you see chicks running around half naked. This is 85%. So the 5% they're not showing, and the 5% is us that's doing what we supposed to do when it comes to our women, when it comes to our families, when it comes to just self-respect, righteousness, and all that. You see a lot of the 85 nonsense.
But then at the end of the day, if you break it down to 85 and 5, right, then all of that is 85 then, right? Then all of that is all a part of the same ideology and just then there is no separation of or division of shade at that point. There's no division of shade. It's just ignorance in how one sex desires to address the next. You know, it's weird because then I think of things like this in situations like that. Like there's a lot of men who demand automatic servitude, right? But then they don't opt to do the things that they supposed to do to get that.
Bingo.
And then you ask them, no, here you go. Then you ask them if they believe in slavery or not. You ask them something like that. They say, no, but you believe in servitude for the sake of servitude. Say, what's up?
Peace.
Yeah, it's bedtime for her. You see, she all pouty.
It happens. Now I agree with what Shawnee said, because one day this hip hop panel we have to do a show about relationships so people get it from a men's perspective, to let them know that we got many dimensions to us. It's true what you said. You know what I'm saying? That the aspect of servitude. I learned that the hard way too. A lot of us men be wanting a lot from a woman, but can't do the bare minimum. Remove the financial aspect part of it. I'm talking about being supportive,
remove the
affectionate.
financial aspect of part of it, and just be a provider for the sake of natural provision, for the things that you know what I mean, the natural things, the natural strength. But there's a lot that don't and it's so weird because there's a lot of men who complain about women don't know how to treat a man, but there's a lot of men who don't know how to treat. There's a lot of us who just don't know how to treat each other. You know what I'm saying?
And then it becomes
that. No, seriously, and then it becomes that the sense of self-defense, and then that's where the blame game comes in, when it's all men or it's all women. You know what I'm saying? It's a level of maturity that you have to reach within yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. Now, before we cut out, let's talk about what's going on in sports right now.
Hey yo, imagine being 25 years old, right? Imagine being 25 years old and the Mets say we gonna give you $768 million for the next 15 years of your life to stay in New York. What would you do?
We stay in New York, baby.
What would you do, yo? Hey yo, listen. Listen. After 5 years, if he hit the provisions, he has the ability to make $805 million out of this contract. That's the hugest contract in sports history. Let's hear it from Juan Soto.
What's the provision? Do you know?
No, I don't know. I don't know the details of the contract yet, but I swear I'll get it for you.
Where's he from? DR?
Yeah. Come on.
Shout out to the Dominican Republic. That's that Platano. That's that Platano power. That's that Mangoon in the morning with the Chinola.
Go back and buy the island. It's about to be Juan Soto Island, yo.
Said that. Now that's the type of money like that'll change lives. Now I just pray that he makes it to this 15th year in that, because that just sounds crazy. Because that's what, 40? You at 40 years old,
but it's baseball though.
And
it's baseball though. You could play baseball until you 45.
How if it was a black person that got 765 million, how much of that you think Louis Vuitton?
Yo,
no.
He wow.
I don't think not all. You can't spend all that in Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, and it's $51 million a year. So I would imagine some of it is going to go on some Louis patches, but I don't think it's going to be enough to blow that bag, right? No. Like that's a big. We talking about $51 million, and
I'm building a compound from the family, bro. I'm buying land and building a compound.
Exactly, but that's see, they have that mindset of, I got this money, let me go give them some, because this is so much money. I have to go and help my people. I have to go and help my country. Here, we out. Yo,
you gotta break out of it, but that's a cultural jail that we live in, like just like them, right? Like you would go out there and then have to break bread with everybody, but just by cultural demand. It's sort of the same thing, you know what I mean? And then like the money just is gonna go a lot further out there too. Like you could buy a lot of land, you know what I'm saying? Like Your family, none of your family ever have to come back to America at this point.
What?
They never have to come back. Like, they never have to come back to America. Because you got to think about it. Like, because we all come from that time where, like, we had Dominican friends, and then their parents would, like, leave them in the house for, like, the summer. Like, they would go back to the Dominican Republic. They'd be home alone for like the whole summer. But their parents was down in DR building the house. I remember that time where the kids would be like, well, I'm not gonna be here much longer anyway. I don't even care about my man Kenry. He didn't even care about school. Kenry was like 15 and still in junior high school. Like, he ain't care about school because he knew once his parents finished building that second and third floor on the house in DR, he out. He already knew that was the plan. You know what I'm saying? We here to get the money and we out. So, like, when you think about it from that standpoint, it's like, even if you got the money here, like even with Warren, right? Even with Warren, he got the money here in New York. What kind of land you gonna buy here? What you gonna buy? Remember, it's 164 games in a season, and half of that is played in New York. He got to go to Queens now, right? So you have to think about your day-to-day travel. You still have to think about they still got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? You still got to get up and go to work. It's still the same thing. So you still got to pay. You still got you gotta pace your travel time and so on and so forth and you know.
Get me a driver. Yo, take me to the game.
Now we spending this money though. Yo, we spending this money now.
Find me the quickest route so I can go hit a home run or two.
Get me out of here.
I'm out, huh?
No disrespect, Clip. I'm saying Clip. Shawnee, no disrespect to your man's. I bet you he had a good looking aunt that's like 60-something years old, right? She was bad.
Bet you he do. I bet you got a couple of good looking aunts in there.
Yo, this dude, Mike is wild, bro.
We dancing to shit like this on the dance floor. Right?
Ayo. But seriously though, man. Baseball is one of them sports. Baseball not like basketball. And baseball definitely not like football. You know what I'm saying? Charlie, what up, Jeezy? It's not football. It's not one of them sports where you going to get hit. It's not one of them sports where you running and running. It's not. It's just not one of them sports. People play baseball clear into their 40s, 45, 46. You know what I'm saying? I think Nolan Ryan played. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a few pitches in there. 42 years old right now. You could play it till you could play into your 40s in baseball, especially depending on your position. If you play in the outfield, you may not be moving a lot. Like, you might not. There be games where the score might be like 2-1. 1-0. You might not have moved the whole game. You might have been out there a whole 9 innings standing still. You know what I'm saying? Preserving energy for the whole next season. Like, so, like, there is a good chance that he stays healthy and has a long enough career to meet the 15, 16 years. A good chance, yo.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna be Clip. Yo, go get that Missionary album, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. Support everything Death Row, the new Death Row. October London, get him. Who else we got going out? What's going on? Anything Benny the Butcher, anything Grizel. Anything.
Oh yeah, that Heels Have Eyes joint, right? That Heels Have Eyes joint, right? Lord.
Okay. I'm still rocking Kendrick. All right. Who else? Shout out to 50 Cent. We're gonna start listening to him all over again.
It's my favorite, yo. I'm gonna go in next Tuesday about 50. I know you're not listening, 50, but tune in next Tuesday. I'm gonna go in about you, bro.
Right. J. Cole, he got his 10th year anniversary for one of his albums.
I'm sorry.
J. Cole.
J. Cole, yeah.
Yeah.
too. 10 years strong. Come
Born
on.
Sinner? Was it Born Sinner?
Yeah, Born Sinner.
That was a dope album.
That was a dope album. Jay, 10 years strong, yo. That's what's up. I know Clip don't like that boy though.
But real quick, yo, Trev, what you got? What you got for words of wisdom?
Listen, let me say, stop giving energy to things that don't need your energy. It's just that.
Yo, you be dropping some nice jewels, yo.
Trev Farrakhan, man, yo.
Trevor Card.
Hey, yo. Yeah. No, yo. I love y'all dudes, man. Yo.
Love you more, bro.
To the pod. Ron, we appreciate you for putting this together. Mikey, we appreciate
appreciate Ron, brother Scruff with the beard.
Where your axe at? he trying to get off fast. He goes, fellas, I got some trees I gotta chop. I see y'all later. I got some lumber I gotta make.
I'm telling you.
Yo, I'll see y'all next week, B.
Next week, y'all. Peace.
Peace.